1,
2,
3, let's go!
Good morning, class. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fine. In today's session, we are going to tackle about analyzing a one-act play. And in this session, you are expected to analyze a one-act play. But before we start a lesson for today, let me first read the objectives of our lesson. At the end of the lesson, the students are expected to analyze a one-act play, express appreciation for sensory images used, and determine the tone, mood, technique, and purpose of the author. Let me show some pictures to you that is related to the one-act play that you are going to read for today. As you can see in the picture, the title of the one-act play that you are going to read today is entitled Riders to the Sea by John Millington Synge. And based on the title of the one-act play, what do you think is the story all about? Does the picture represent something? Does it shows a symbolism? Is there anyone who can answer or share their thoughts and opinions about the questions I have presented? How about this picture? What do you think it is all about? Is it one of the scenes in the one-act play that you are going to read today? What do you think? Kindly share your thoughts and ideas in class. But before we proceed to our activity today, let me first introduce the one-act play that you are going to read today. Riders to the Sea is a one-act play written by John Millington Synge, a leading figure in the Irish literary Renaissance. He is also a poetic dramatist of great power who portrayed the harsh rural condition of the Aran Islands and the western Irish seaboard with sophisticated craftsmanship. Riders to the Sea was published in 1903 and produced in 1904. It is set in the Aran Islands of the west coast of Ireland and based on a tale Synge heard there. It won critical acclaim as one of the dramatic literature's greatest one-act plays. The play centers on Moria, an old woman who has lost to the sea all the male members of her family except Bartley, the last of her 6 sons. And for our activity today, group yourselves into 5 groups, and then you should work together so you could create a 2 minutes one-act play related to suffering for 20 minutes only. After the time given, each group must share and portray to the class the one-act play that they have created. Your timer starts now. Since we're done with the activity, it's now time for silent reading. I will give you enough time to read and analyze the text.
A few moments later.
I hope you're all done reading the text. And now, kindly answer these questions in a one whole sheet of paper. Number 1. What is the one-act play all about? Number 2. Who are the characters in the one-act play Riders to the Sea? And what are the roles they played? Number 3. What are the sensory images used in the one-act play Riders to the Sea? And lastly, in a one whole sheet of paper, determine the tone, mood, technique, and the purpose of the author in the one-act play that you had read. And that's the end of our lesson for today, and I hope you've learned something from it. And see you to our next class, dear students. God bless.